He tuned in the AI Code King, man. Let's see what he got this time. GroqLabs Llama 3.3 AppGen generates apps in milliseconds. I ain't gonna lie, I don't know if you tested out Devin, because I know you always aim to give us the free resources, not the paid ones. But I think you should do a video when you're testing out Devin, because you will be weak, my nigga. You will be weak.
Hi, welcome to another video. So, I recently covered Cerebrus Coder, which is a very cool thing that allows you to generate apps in literally less than a second, which is pretty amazing. But it seems that Groq saw that, and now they have their own coder called AppGen. It's made by Groq themselves, and it is a platform to generate and share micro apps similar to Cerebrus Coder. It can create, iterate, and remix apps with full app generation speeds of mere hundreds of milliseconds. The interface is also open source, and you'll be able to use it locally as well. I'll tell you how to do that. It uses Llama 3.3 via Groq with speculative decoding. If you don't know Groq, it's very similar to Cerebrus, and it gives you multiple open source LLMs for super fast inference. The Groq API is also free with some rate limits, which is similar to the Cerebrus APIs as well. So, this is also great. Anyway, now let me tell you about Groq's AppGen. But before we do that, let me tell you about today's sponsor, NinjaChat. NinjaChat is an all-in-one AI platform that gives you access to more than 10 models like Claude 3.5 Sonnet, GPT-4o, Gemini, and even image generation models like Flux.
Oh, there's another one too, Mammoth AI. This is not sponsored as well. Go check that out. You got access to AI models and LLM models, like the latest.
And video generation models like Kling, and much more, all in one place, for a price that's even cheaper than one ChatGPT membership, starting at only $11. Not just that, they have a bunch of AI tools that can help you use these models in intricate ways. They have also recently added an artifacts feature to their platform that now allows you to generate code, preview it, and share it with others using preview links, which is great. It can even run Python code and create charts. You can check them out through the link in the description, and make sure to use my coupon code KING25 to get an additional 25% off these already great deals. So, this is the AppGen, and here you can enter the prompt about what you want to generate. Another thing that it has is this option. Here, you can draw a mockup in this small editor about what you want to generate. This is a great touch because it helps you influence results much more. So, that's great. Another thing that it has is the voice mode. Here, you can just dictate what you want to build, and it can transcribe that with the Whisper model and use it. So, this is pretty great. You can also see the gallery here, where you have community-generated apps as well. So, this is also cool. Now, let's ask it to make something.
TTS, TTV, and does it have
I'm going
TTS?
to ask it to make me a simple, good-looking tool that can take in a paragraph and tell me the number of words, characters, and lines it has. So, let's send it here. Once we send it, you can see that it's now done, and we have the code here along with the preview. The preview here looks pretty good, and if we try to check it, then it also works fine. So, this is also pretty amazing to see. You can also reload the preview as well, and you can also share the app as well. You can just enter the name of your app along with a description, get it published, and then share the URL.
It seems AI is good at style sheet and styling things, and large language models could do the index HTML well, with iterations of it. seems like it could be like customizable when it comes to whatever code is regurgitating. Because when you use HTML from an AI, it's hit or miss. It may say some crazy shit, but I'm realizing some of the LLM models, they're it's not that they're not hit or miss. You could get them to structure a whole file for you with template boilerplates, and you just go through it while you just tell a language model what kind of boilerplate you'd like to have set up. Granted, you're still gonna have to go through each boilerplate, but it seems like a good way to stay organized and keep a cohesive workflow.
with anyone so they can use it as well. This is like an app generator through which you can share everything as well. That's great. But we can also ask it to make a change as well. Here, we can just ask it to do some changes. Let's ask it to make the color red. Now let's send it. Once we send it, you can just blink your eye, and it's now done. It did this pretty well. The generations with Llama 3.3 are actually really very good. So, that's great. Apart from that, we also have the option here to go back and forth between versions. So, you can easily revert back if you think you messed something up or something like that. Now, let's also try out the mockup thing that they have. Let's hit this new button here. Now we can just hit the edit option here. Once we do that, it will open up this modal and we can create a simple mockup here. Let's make a mockup here for a carousel. I want it to build a carousel that looks simple and like this. Now, once we have it made, we can just click save, and now we can just enter the prompt regarding the thing. Let's just ask it to make a carousel. Now, once that's done, we can just hit the generate button, and once again, if we blink our eye, we can see that it's now built, and this looks pretty similar. I mean, my drawing skills aren't great. So, this is good. And we can obviously just ask it to
Nah,
refine it.
that is wild. You could basically do image to prompt. Like you can, if you know how to draw out the solution you need, you can really like hone in on what functionality you'd want that specific page, file, or application to have. That's impressive.
It through here as well, and it will be super fast. So, that's great. This is really good for using it to build some simple stuff, and it only builds HTML code. So, that's a bummer. I hope it supports React or something soon as well. Anyway, that's how it works. It is also unlimited, unlike the Cerebrus coder. So that's good.
I think for it to support React, there has to be a lot of I guess latency has to be shortened for it to get to React because that's server-side rendering, and response has got to be more instantaneous if you want it to kind of like show up on the server side.
But if you want to use it locally, then you can do that as well. So you can just come to this GitHub repo, and this is the repo for it. Now, you can just clone it on your computer. Once you have cloned it, you can just get in the folder. Once you are here, just run the npm install command, and that should get all the dependencies installed for you. Once that's done, you can create your environment file. Now, here you'll need to enter your Groq API key. You can get it for free by going to Groq's site, and then in the API key section, just create a new API key, copy it, and paste it in there. Once that's done, you can just start the npm server with the npm run dev command. Once done, it will get started on localhost and a port. Just open it up, and you'll see this page. Here, you can see the similar looking interface to the one that is their hosted thing. Here, you can just enter your prompt, or you can also draw something here as well. You can also do speech transcription as well, if you like that. Here, you can just enter your prompt, or you can also draw something here as well. You can also do speech transcription as well, if you like that. Let's enter a simple prompt to generate a good-looking landing page. Let's send it now. Once we send it and blink our eye, you can see that it's now created. So, this is super cool to see, and you can use it locally, although this would come with some rate limits, of course. So, it works well, and I think both of these options are great to use. It is helpful in creating some little apps and mockups or even basic components with it. You can
Yeah,
easily do tailwind styling and stuff like that with it, which makes it pretty amazing to use and useful. You can also share them as well. So, if you create a smaller app and want to give access to a friend or some employees, then you can do that as well, which is a really good thing because sometimes you only need a small app and you wouldn't want to host it on a proper server or Vercel every time. So, this is great for sure. Llama 3.3 is also great, and it's actually really good, and it does coding really very well. Overall, it's pretty cool. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you liked this video, consider donating.
yeah, I think that the large language model community is getting better and better. But some of the tools that we're getting is gonna have use cases now. Like speeding up programming is gonna be one of the use cases because we should have everything at hand to problem solve, and that's what we used to code anyways for long hours just to problem solve some shit that you couldn't do in a minute. So now we got the tools and we got to kind of like restructure what programming is and what coding is so we could problem solve in a more cohesive manner. And I think this is a great start because now we get a chance to see what AI or what LLM or what technology works better where.